Former President Jacob Zuma's evidence in the current action against the national broadcaster might be severely impacted by a recent tape of an MKP leader speaking to the SABC in Parliament. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. The MKP leader refers to the Government of National Unity, GNU, 4 times in a short period of time on the audio. This fact may cast doubt on Zuma's legal defense. The SABC's use of the name GNU, according to Zuma's affidavit, distorts the characteristics of the administration headed by President Cyril Ramaphosa, which also comprises 10 other parties. According to the affidavit, this phrase is deceptive and misrepresents the composition of the alliance. The MKP leader's frequent usage of GNU, however, indicates that the present government is not only recognized but also referred to by this word inside the party. This disparity could make Zuma's argument less strong. The discrepancy between the MKP leader's real words and the affidavit may point to a lack of unity within the party. This may result in the lawsuit being dismissed on the basis that Zuma's statements and deeds are inconsistent with those of his own party members. This tape, according to legal experts, is an important piece of evidence. The recording of the MKP leader using the term GNU repeatedly can invalidate Jacob Zuma's affidavit because it shows a contradiction within the MKP's narrative. According to a legal commentator, the party's stance must be consistent for the court to consider the affidavit seriously. An underlying discrepancy is shown by this tape. Taking advantage of this development, the SABC claims that the audio validates their usage of the word GNU and shows that their reporting is consistent with the language used by well-known political officials. They insist that, contrary to what Zuma's affidavit says, their coverage is truthful. This fresh information raises the possibility of dismissing the SABC lawsuit. The court may conclude that Zuma's argument is defective since the affidavit does not have the required backing from the MKP itself. This tape may prove to be the decisive moment that ends this legal dispute, emphasizing the significance of maintaining internal consistency in legal arguments and public speech. In conclusion, the premise of Jacob Zuma's affidavit is clearly called into question by the tape of the MKP leader repeatedly uttering the phrase GNU in a short period of time. This might result in the lawsuit against the SABC being dismissed, underscoring the importance of political parties adopting consistent and cohesive stances when fighting legal battles. Once more, Dudu Zuma, the daughter of former President Jacob Zuma, has stirred up political controversy by thanking her father for introducing her to John Hlophe, the head of the recently established MK party. She said on social media, "We are grateful to President Zuma for providing us with party leader, Honorable Dr. Hlophe, who is a humble servant of the people." The MK party, headed by the contentious former judge John Hlophe, is becoming more and more prominent in South African politics at the same time as Dudu Zuma is praising them. The party was established earlier this year with the goal of continuing the heritage of Umkhonto we Sizwe, the ANC's former military wing, by promoting social justice and drastic economic change. John Hlophe, a character well known for his frank opinions and acrimonious legal career, has become a significant voice in politics very fast. Calls for more forceful measures to rectify historical injustices and economic inequalities have been a defining characteristic of his leadership of the MK party, and they have resonated with a sector of the public that is unsatisfied with the present pace of progress. The support from Dudu Zuma emphasizes the close ties that exist between the Zuma family and the new political parties that oppose the status quo. In addition to recognizing her father's influence on the political scene, her remark harmonizes the Zuma legacy with Hlophe's outlook for the future of South Africa. In her post, Dudu Zuma said, "Honorable Dr. Hlophe embodies the spirit of true leadership and dedication to the people. At this crucial juncture, his dedication to equity and fairness is just what our country needs." This support is noteworthy because it emphasizes the possibility of coalitions and cooperation amongst various political groups in South Africa. With its emphasis on remembering the fight against apartheid and advocating for revolutionary economic measures, the MK party is a daring strategy that appeals to those who feel marginalized by the existing political class. Hlophe's administration has not been without criticism. His public views have been splintered by his court fights and straightforward beliefs, but his supporters contend that South Africa needs someone who is ready to take on challenging subjects head-on.